Now, the deciduous fruit season is expected to be in full swing by the end of this month. The ongoing industrial strike is proposing a threat to exports. Transnet Port Terminal's Western Cape leadership met with the deciduous fruit industry role players and the National Agricultural Marketing Council to discuss contingency plans to export the fruit from the port of Cape Town. For more on this, we are joined by Berries SA's CEO, Brent Walsh. He joins us now virtually to give us more details. Mr. Walsh, good morning to you, or good afternoon rather, and thank you for speaking to us. Now, firstly, how bad is the situation, especially when you look at the fact that fruit does expire and it has a certain date that it needs to arrive at certain places, right?
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. Most certainly, if we're looking specifically at the berry industry, we have a very highly perishable product, and every day that we are delayed in getting our containers to our import partners, wherever that may be, Europe, UK, towards the east. Every day that we're delayed, we are compromising the quality of that product on the receiving end.
So you've met, I believe you were also one of the people who met with the different departments to try and find contingency plans. What was discussed? Will the fruit be able to be saved from expiring, etc.?
Right now, we are putting full demand on our cold storage facilities. That's the best we can do at this stage. There isn't any immediate operational solution to get containers out for obvious reasons. Transnet have given us an indication that they will request the prioritization of highly perishable goods and produce as soon as there is any movement. We are communicating with them around our container requirements over the next this week and moving into the next 4 weeks. We're looking at least, on average, 85 containers that we need to be getting out per week. So we are already almost towards the end of the first week, and that means we're 85 containers on the back foot. So for us to recover from that, we'll need to have a very efficient clearing program for those containers, and we're going to rely heavily on that operational plan from Transnet to facilitate that.
Otherwise, it's going to cost more money to companies like companies like yourselves, right, to be able to actually deal with the backlog if you're not assisted by government.
Absolutely. As an industry body, we're here to represent our producers, our full value chain, associate members in terms of our exporters. We're going to feel the pain right across the value chain in the berry industry. And we just really want to try and find a solution to this as soon as possible. And we are looking forward to the resolution of this strike action as soon as possible. We are looking for alternatives at this stage. We have to. There's a lot riding on these extremely crucial weeks in the peak of our season. And if we look at the quality and rejection rates from last year for other reasons that we were delayed, the industry lost about R250 million in terms of export value last year, and we certainly don't want to repeat that or make that any worse.
And I mean, is it even, I was going to ask you the exact question that you almost alluded to a little earlier. I mean, is it even okay or advisable to rely on government and Transnet at the moment? I mean, they've put a new offer on the table and unions are rejecting it.
Look, I can't speak on behalf of government or Transnet or Labour for that matter. We are getting feedback. Transnet have been open with their communications. I meet on a daily basis, certainly from an operational perspective on the Cape Town ports, just for us to make whatever contingency plans we can at this stage. But as I say, we can't contribute to those mediation efforts and those negotiation efforts. We're going to have to be reliant on government and Transnet to present the best possible scenario they can. And we understand the plights of labour. We certainly don't want to diminish that. But when the entire industry is being held for all of the ports being down around South Africa, it is certainly very, very concerning for us. And it's going to be felt very far back into our value chain.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, I can imagine the fact that jobs will be lost. I'm imagining whether or not any of your members have gotten any threats from international countries that they export to because that their products are late. There's also a fear of that, the fact that there'll be countries that you export to that will start threatening to take business elsewhere because you're so late. It's already been a week now.
Certainly, we have a huge reputational risk on our hands. And if we don't find a solution quickly, we are going to be in trouble with those importers. The retailers are wanting to get berries on their shelves. These perishable products are ordered specifically per week. So when they do arrive late, it is certainly not helpful for our relationship with our importers on the far side to continue that relationship for years to come. So any reputational damage that we feel this year certainly won't end when the strike finishes. We'll have to manage those extremely carefully to make sure that we maintain the market share that we have, and at best try and seek some solutions around that and try and grow the market, which is our job.